What a time, everyone. What a time to be a Bleach fan. We have the official announcement of Bleach Rebirth of Souls. It is an arena fighter. Of course, I know everyone's feeling a certain way because it's an arena fighter, but let's give it time, right? This was shown off at Anime Expo. It is a console title, which is the first console title from a Bleach standpoint in a very long time. It's been over 10 years. The last one to grace a console was the PS3 days. But Rebirth of Souls, it is hitting PS5, Xbox X and S, and PC as well. I was kind of get into this video a little bit of a roster standpoint, just some of the characters I would like to see. I know that they mentioned in a couple articles already that they're going to be covering the beginning of Bleach all the way up to the Arrancar arc, which I'm a little surprised there. I was expecting to see them get all the way to cover everything all the way up to the Hell arc. But we may get that in some sort of variation come DLC time. But from a base roster standpoint, I'm expecting no more than about 30 characters max. If you can recall, on Bleach Heat the Soul 3 or 4, it was a PSP Japanese exclusive title. During that time, they also covered up to the Arrancar arc from Heat the Soul 3, and I think they had about 34 characters. So considering from the developers of Melty Blood, and it's a little bit more from a graphic standpoint, I don't see them getting over the 30 limit from a base roster standpoint, which is not bad, right? That's still a nice little selection of characters. But of course, I'm expecting some DLCs down the road already that's going to be built in, that they're going to have mapped out. So from a character standpoint, they did show off in the trailer. We did see Ichigo, we did see Rukia, we saw Orihime, we saw Ishida, which is already going to be a problem online once that online is implemented, because I can see the spamming going on there. They did show off Chad, Byakuya, Renji as well. We did get a little glimpse of Hollow Ichigo, which as well I'm expecting Hollow Ichigo to have be a playable character, and I can see a little bit of different other variations of Ichigo just throughout the game. Now, as far as if that's going to take up character slots, that's to be determined, but I'm expecting to see some other variations of Ichigo. Now, from a roster standpoint, like I mentioned previously, I'm expecting anywhere between 25 to 30 characters. Some of the characters I want to see, especially if we're going through the arc, like for example, the Soul Society arc, I would love to see Kenpachi, right? Kenpachi, he's one of my favorite characters in the entire series of Bleach. It can't be a game where Kenpachi is not playable. Of course, you know, I'm sure we'll see like Hitsugaya, who also showed up in the Soul Society arc. One of my other favorite characters, again, that I would like to see, I just don't know if he's actually going to show up on the base roster, is Ikkaku, which is another member of Kenpachi's team. One of my favorite characters. I would love to have him as a playable character, but that's to be determined. That's just one of my from a fan standpoint, I would love to see Ikkaku in the game. Some of the other characters I would think that's going to show up, just considering the arcs where it's going to be at. Momo, I feel like, from a female standpoint, they were going to add a couple female characters. I'm seeing like a Momo. I'm expecting Sofon. I'm sure she's going to be playable at some point. Aizen, I feel like Aizen's going to have to, be one of the main villains. I would like to see Aizen as a playable character. Cleora, I feel like he will show up at some point, right? Grimmjow, he should be showing up at some point. Kisuke, I feel like Kisuke would be playable at some point as well. A couple other characters, Gin may show up. I don't know if they would get into the Vizard arc, right? I'm not sure if that's going to fall into like a base roster standpoint, but if it doesn't, which I'm anticipating, that's probably going to show more towards like a DLC type of level. We can see Shinji, Hiyori, right? I feel like that's going to be a couple other playable characters that are going to be shown off eventually. Now, from a gameplay standpoint, I don't know when we're going to see some more footage, right? I'm hoping within the coming months that they're going to show off some stuff. I think right now the tentative release date for Bleach Rebirth of Souls is going to be 2025, which is great, right? We need a little break because there's a lot of games that's coming over the next couple months, especially from an anime standpoint. I feel like we are really cooking right now. They're really cooking, and they're really supplying us with some nice games that's going to be coming over the next couple of months. From an anime standpoint, we of course we got DBZ that's going to be dropping. We have Hunter x Hunter that's going to be dropping. So, and then now we got Bleach Rebirth of Souls. And again, you know, we just have to kind of see how that's going to play out from arena fighter standpoint. You know, we all saw some of the last, you know, from an anime standpoint games, how the arena fighters turned out. But who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us. Again, it's from the developers that made Melty Blood. So from a visual standpoint, the game's already looking amazing. We just got to kind of hold out from a gameplay standpoint. Even though they did show off a couple clips throughout the trailer, it was very minimum, right? I'm expecting some more gameplay to come out over the next couple months. But, you know, anytime it comes to the arena fighter standpoint, we all have the question of what does the online gonna look like, right? Can it function, and can it function well? Because that's always the downfall for a lot of these anime fighters that's been coming out as of late, especially from an arena standpoint. The online and the stability of online play, that's going to go a long way. All right, so well, that's to be determined, but at least we can say from a Bleach standpoint, you should be very excited as far as the direction of the way that this game is looking. I'm going to have a lot of fun. We should enjoy it. Bleach is up again. Very exciting times again to be a Bleach fan. So, but overall, how do you guys feel? Like, what characters are you guys looking forward to in this game? I know I listed out a couple of characters, but I'm sure I'm missing someone. So if you guys have any people that you like to see on the roster that I might have missed, please leave it down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to have a lot more anime related discussions, a lot more fighting game type of content coming to this channel very soon. So if you guys can kind of stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Have a good one. Peace.